Hi, this is Greg. I'm recording from the beautiful Koloa Landing Resort in Kauai, Hawaii. This is in the southern town of Poipu that's almost always sunny. And I'm standing at the Koloa Landing Resort, which is a Marriott Autograph Collection resort. It's been a beautiful, wonderful stay. One downside of this resort that people complain about online is that it doesn't have direct beach access. So I'm going to show you how to get to the beach from this resort. So the first step is to exit the property on the southern edge towards the ocean and walk up to the road. There's a nice path right there for doing it. Once you get to the street, you'll see you can cross the road and look down at the ocean right there. It's not far at all from the resort. And there are rocks you can walk out onto to look right in the evening to see glorious sunset. You can also from there see the spouting blowhole in the distance, so that's pretty neat. But what we're going to do for now instead is turn left and walk down this sidewalk. The sidewalk walk is pretty nice in itself, so it's worth doing regardless of whether you're headed to the beach or not. In less than 5 minutes of the walk, you'll come to the Sheridan Kauai Resort, which itself has a beautiful beach, which I'll show you in a minute. So if all you're looking for is a nice beach to hang out and a little swimming and maybe even surfing, this is a great place to go. The walk behind the Sheridan to, or at least the oceanside side of the Sheridan to get to the beach is pretty beautiful itself. You could save a little time by walking on the other side of the building, but it's absolutely worth taking your time to walk this way as well. Let's take a look at the Sheridan Beach. There we go. Normally you would see a lot of people surfing and even exercising out in the water, but it looks a little rough right now, and it's also pretty early in the morning. Alright, so even though the Sheridan Beach is very nice, I'm going to show you how to get to the Poipu Park Beach, which is also a great beach and very much worth visiting. I'm going to show you two different ways to get there. One is along the beach here. I'll show you that first, and then I'm going to show you an inland way that's a bit easier to do. I'm walking along the Sheridan Beach right now. It is, of course, wonderful to walk on the beach, but it's also a lot of exercise. So if you're going to Poipu Beach, you might want to skip this direction since the inland way is much physically easier. But certainly if you want beautiful views and the sand on your feet along the way, this is the way to do it. So you'll be coming to the end of the beach, you're past the Sheridan, you've gotten to another complex, getting tired. Keep going, just around that bend up ahead. Alright, here you might get discouraged because there's a fence to our left and just rocks straight ahead, as you can probably see. But don't get discouraged, because there is a way through, as you'll see in a second. It appears like there's a hedge that's impassable, but in fact there is an opening in it. You just veer to the left a little, and there are rocky steps. Okay. And now there's a boardwalk along the ocean here. It goes all the way to Poipu Beach. So just follow this along, and you'll actually arrive at another Marriott property just past that, and then you'll be on the beach, and that's Poipu Beach. I'm going to show you a different way to get here though. So I'm going to back up. Earlier in this video I showed you how you can walk on the ocean side of the Sheridan to have the most beautiful walk towards the beach, or to Poipu Beach. Now I'm going to show you the most physically easy but confusing path to the beach that's mostly inland on paved surfaces. So instead of walking behind the Sheridan, walk between the Sheridan's buildings so that you'll stay on the road that you're on originally. and walk all the way to the end, and you'll see that it appears to be a complete dead end, but we'll show you what to do there. As you get to the end of the road, you'll see a sidewalk and a sign. I assume it's always there, about the Kauai Surf School. Anyway, follow this sidewalk straight in. It's not far before you have to make your first decision here. When you get here, if you were going to the beach directly, which is not where we want to go, you would go out that way, but we're going to continue through the sidewalk here. And you'll get to a intersection with paths that go around the first building. It doesn't really matter which way you go. In fact, even if you went the way I showed you a second ago towards the beach, either way, no matter what you do, you'll come out to this big grassy area, and that's what you want for the next step. And we'll show you here. This grassy area is actually really beautiful with the palm trees lined up against the ocean. Instead of going to the beach here, we're going to take the sidewalk that wraps around to the left. As you come up to another sort of sidewalk intersection, you'll see the white bridge to the left. You don't want that. We're going to turn right. Turning right here at this intersection. And we'll catch up at the next intersection. All right, here you could either wind your way back through the resort or go right towards a parking lot. You actually want the parking lot. Now we're at the least pleasant part of this walk, but it's still not bad. We're gonna walk through the parking lot to the left. Now I haven't walked far on the parking lot till I saw beach access sign. So that shows you to turn right, so do that, turn right. All right, just at the end of that short sidewalk, you see another sign for beach access. You want to follow that straight across this little road. Yeah, you see it says public beach access, follow that. And we'll go right to the beach. All right, we're getting close to the beach. Now I'm going to show you to the right is where we would have come up had we gone the beach route I showed you earlier. Those hedges are where there's an opening and you could have cut through, but we went the long way but physically easy way inland this time. And then just follow this path to Poipu Beach. Now the reason you want to go all the way to Poipu Beach, there's a number of good reasons. One, there are often sea turtles and monk seals there, even beached on the sand, so you get to see them. There's a small protected area that's great for kids to play in the water. There's often great, or at least very good, snorkeling available there. There's another beach there that's excellent for boogie boarding, and you can rent boogie boards either on the walk along. There's a few places that advertise them for $7 or $8 a day, or you can pick up one at a rental place right at the beach, right across the road from the beach anyway. So you know you've almost arrived when you see the second Marriott's beautiful pool right on the edge of the water. That is just spectacular. The Marriott Vacation Club's right here. I would love to stay here for this location, but usually I'm booking with points, and they're rarely available here to book with points, so I think they really would prefer to sell you a timeshare type of deal. So I'm not too interested in buying one of those, but as you can see, it would be a pretty nice place to stay, and it's right next to Poipu Beach, so that's a huge, huge plus. When you get to the end of the Marriott Beach, it's just a short walk to Poipu Beach. You just want to go around that peninsula right there that you can see. You see a little sand island off to the right. Sometimes the sandbar in between the main beach and that island is so thick that you could easily just walk right across without getting wet, and that's a wonderful thing to do. You'll often see monk seals beached up there on that little beach. When the weather's calm, which is not right now, this little area just to the right of the little sand island is really good for snorkeling. That's you'll usually find those conditions in the winter time here. I'm here in the summer, and as you can see, there are signs out warning us about the strong current and rip currents. So I wouldn't snorkel right now, but if you go all the way to the left, there is a protected area. As I said earlier, it's great for kids, and you could actually snorkel a little bit right there. It's protected enough that even in these conditions, it's not going to be too bad. This is Poipu Beach Park. You can see in the background beautiful mountains, and they have facilities here. And as I said earlier, often there are sea turtles up on the sand. I don't see any right now, but hopefully I'll be able to show you some. So now I'm at the left end of the beach. As you can see, this area is well protected from the tides and rip currents, so great for kids, great to learn the basics of snorkeling. Not a lot of fish usually in that part, but if you go closer to those rocks at the end, without of course going over, you'll definitely see a lot of little fish there. Now walking past the Poipu beach to another beach that's on the far left end as you're facing the ocean, and there you'll see people boogie boarding, most likely. It's a great beach for that, and you will also likely see sea turtles in the water. I don't know whether this camera has enough zoom to make that happen where you can actually see it, but I highly recommend walking over here just to watch for them at the very least. I've also in the past seen dolphins playing out here, but again, unlikely you'll see them in this video. One last piece of advice, go a little past this boogie boarding beach to those peninsulas at the end there that you could see, and just watch out in the area that looks the most scary to be in the water. I promise you'll see sea turtles there. They hang out there all the time. Good luck, enjoy Hawaii. So if it wasn't already clear to you, I love Kauai and I love Poipu as a place to hang out, especially the Poipu beach. Anyway, I hope you get a chance to come here and enjoy it. If you liked what you saw here, we have on our blog Frequent Miler, Google Frequent Miler. We have a number of tricks for using miles really cheaply to get to Hawaii, so it's definitely worth checking out. If you Google Frequent Miler in Hawaii, I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for. Also check out our YouTube video channel. Again, just in YouTube, search for Frequent Miler. And if you prefer podcasts, go to your favorite podcast app, search for Frequent Miler, and you'll find us there. Aloha, everyone.